Hi, it's Celeste, your canary in the coal mine. Today I wanted to talk about the subject of inflammation. We're hearing more and more about inflammation, and it's the root cause of a lot of different diseases. And so there was an interesting article in this publication, which is a little newsletter that Consumer Reports puts out called On Health. And there was an article in the one that I just recently got that was talking about how to reduce inflammation. And it says, and lower your risk of heart disease and more. And anyway, the beginning of the article says the term inflammation gets thrown around a lot these days. What does it mean and how does it affect your health? Inflammation is basically the body's reaction to something that's not supposed to be there. Inflammation is what your immune system sets in motion when it perceives a threat. It can be as simple as the swelling that occurs after an ankle sprain as more blood flows into the area, or the fever that develops during an infection to create an unwelcoming environment for germs. In those instances, inflammation is temporary and beneficial, but it can also become chronic and affect a variety of systems and organs and become a foe instead of a friend. So, inflammation, you know when you've gotten a cut or a wound, a small wound of some sort, and it gets hot and it gets red and it maybe swells a little bit, maybe it's a little painful, or in my case I have rheumatoid arthritis and my joints will swell and get red and get painful, and that's inflammation. That's your white blood cells going after something that it thinks isn't supposed to be in the body. That's great when it's a germ or a bacteria or a virus or something that truly isn't supposed to be there. But it's not great when it's going after your own body in some sort of distorted way. So a lot of the food that we eat nowadays and the chemicals in our environments, in our homes, provoke inflammation. And they're finding out more and more that a lot of the root cause underlying diseases like heart attacks and diabetes and all the autoimmune diseases is really inflammation. In other words, there's something going into your body, either through your skin or through your mouth or what you drink or whatever, that your body doesn't recognize as something that should be in your body. So the white blood cells mobilize and they go after and attack the thing that's not supposed to be there. And when you get like a cut or something where the there's like an infection in the wound, and then there's that white pussy stuff that comes out, that's a whole pile of white blood cells that have sacrificed themselves to kill off whatever wasn't supposed to be there. Well, that can happen inside your body in a very diffuse sort of way. And that's what more and more you're reading articles maybe in the newspaper about, how inflammation is this root cause underlying even maybe Alzheimer's and the plaque buildup in your arteries and diabetes. And not to say that all the different things that they tell you to do, like reduce the sugar in your diet and so forth, aren't good things. They are good things. But those are all ways to reduce your inflammation. So this Consumer Reports article goes on to, it has like some meals to try that are low inflammatory meals. And they talk about making having oatmeal for breakfast, or having a veggie wrap, or having a black bean soup, or having a pasta with Swiss chard and white beans. And they give some recipes and stuff. But it's kind of the Mediterranean diet sort of thing again. Lots of vegetables, not so much animal protein except as a little flavoring, whole foods. You can Google it, you can say anti-inflammatory diet, and you can get ideas for the direction to move your diet to keep the inflammation down in your body. And that's basically how I manage my rheumatoid arthritis. As long as I'm eating correctly, my joints are normal size and they move freely and they're not painful. But when I goof off and I have something that's high inflammation, then the next day I wake up and I'm stiff and it's sore, and maybe it'll take a few days of proper eating to get my joints back to where they should be. So that's what I wanted to do today. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about what is inflammation and why is it important, and how you could go find information in cookbooks or online about what are some anti-inflammatory ways to eat. And there are some things, like I know one woman who swears by taking turmeric, but what I always maintain is it's not good to continue your old bad habits and then just layer a substance on top, you know. It's better to change your bad habits, see if that works. Maybe you can add some supplements if you need to, but don't just keep doing the wrong thing and try to add supplements on top to fix the problems that you're creating by doing the wrong things. Go after the wrong things and change those, and then you won't even have the problem to begin with. So that's what I wanted to tell you about today. And as usual, I want to help you get well and stay well. Thanks.